Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how are you? I hope you're fine wherever you are. I am the Acca tutor, Mr. James Timklu. In this video, I'm going to take you through one of the questions that has been adopted from a topic linked to labor costing or um, accounting for labor, something like that. All right, so uh, without wasting much of your time, we have the question on the screen and we just have to solve the question together so that whenever you are going to meet a question that is linked to labor accounting, you shouldn't be bothered, you shouldn't be worried because you now have your passport to success. All right, now we have a company called Greenwick. Greenwich has adopted a piecework system to remunerate its employees. This system in this company works as follows. $3.20 per unit for up to 40 units per week. So if you produce 40 units or below, you are going to be paid at $3.20 as the labor rate per unit, or $3.50 per unit for each unit between 41 and 50 units per week. So I want you to understand something here. If you produce up to 40 units, you're going to be paid $3.20. Let me look at the pen. $3.20. But if you produce more than 40 units per week, up to 50 units, you are going to be paid $3.50. So $3.50 is going to be paid on those extra units, that is, those units above 40, up to 50 units per week. Are we together? It doesn't mean that you are going to be paid $3.50 for all the units from 1 to 49 or to 50. No, it doesn't work like that. The first 40 units are going to be paid at this particular rate. However, any additional unit is going to be paid at $3.50 per unit, or $3.80 per unit for each unit over 51 units per week. So, which means any additional unit above 50 is going to attract $3.80. So you are going to follow that sequence as you will be computing your figures. Just watch me as I will be doing it. There is a guaranteed weekly wage of $120 per week. So which means whatever this employee is going to produce, if all the computation, if we compute their production using all these metrics, we are going to be constrained to pay them $120 per week if their amount using these computations is going to be less than $120. So if we compute their, whatever remuneration they're going to get using the applicable formulas there, if the total figure is going to be less than 120, we are going to pay them $120 per week. Even if the total was showing that they should be paid $98 or they should be paid $101, we are going to pay them $120. Why? Because there is a guaranteed weekly wage of 120, which means the labor laws are restricting us to pay these employees not less than 120. That's what it means. All right. So we need to calculate the amount of wages we have to pay in week 1 and in week 2. So we need to be very systematic. So we just have to use the information which we have at hand. So in week one, this employee worked 35 units. So if they work 35 units, it means, so the 35 units are for week 1, it means the applicable rate is rate number 1, the $3.20. So we just have to multiply by 320. Okay, So if you multiply by 320, 35 multiplied by 320, we get 112. Okay? Then in week 2, they worked 44 units. So if they worked 44 units, we first of all have to determine the amount of uh, pay they get. We're using the 40 units first, because 44 we have got 40, then we have got 4 additional units. Remember, I say that the first 40 are going to be paid at the rate of $3.20. So 40 units multiplied by 320, that gives us 128. Okay, and then the additional units, the 4 units additional, are going to be paid at the rate of $3.50, as you can see on the screen there. So this gives us how much? 14. And remember, this is now week 2. So let us add these amounts. This one is 112 for the first week, and this one is showing that we need to pay this guy 142. All right. So as you can see from the answers, you can see that this is going to entice you to choose B. But that's not the correct answer. The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be D. Why am I saying so? Although we did not get 120 in our computation, but 112, we are going to pick 120. I mean, to pay 120, because in this particular jurisdiction, the guaranteed weekly wage is 120. So if the employee's production is not going to meet the 120 threshold, we are still going to pay them the 120, right? Because that's the guaranteed weekly wage. Are we together? So we need to encourage them to produce more, right? We need to encourage them to produce more, because if they produce less, we are restricted otherwise but to pay them. So by the end of the day, managers have to be alert. They have to motivate their employees to do more. All right? That is it, ladies and gentlemen, from me to you. If you need further coaching, I am always going to be there for you if the Lord allows. So this is my number, plus 263 774 596 368, or you can use another number, plus 263 714 936 693. Okay, you can use that number as well. Both numbers are available on WhatsApp as well as on direct call 24/7. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, please continue to feel excited, and I mean it, very, very excited. I am signing out. Thank you.